How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are finally here with NHL 22. It's out. The trial's here. I'm excited to jump into it. I hope you guys are too. I'm so excited for this year. I really like the technical test, and I think the gameplay is going to be so much better this year, guys. I got so many things planned for this year, so make sure you subscribe so you can get notified when I post. When I go live, and you guys can stay tuned for the entire season. I'm so excited about this one, guys. We've got our first franchise mode of NHL 22. Now, that is where our bread is buttered, if you will, but we are also going to have a Be a Pro. We're going to have an expansion draft franchise mode, and new this year for the channel will be a hut, no money spent road to glory, or the road to bread. Call it whatever you want, but go ahead and subscribe so you guys can see when I post all my new content. But guys, there is also a Discord. I've been talking to a lot of you in there. We've been getting ready for this year. I've been sharing all the things I know. I'm super excited about it, so it's in the description there. If you guys are gonna like this series and you like the fact that I picked the Anaheim Ducks, yes, I'm revealing it. You guys clicked on it, episode 1. I already said the Ducks. You knew that. You clicked on the video. I'm assuming you knew who we were going to be taking control of, but we are the Anaheim Ducks. And guys, if you are going to like it, can we get 20 likes on this video? Start off the season strong. NHL 22 is here. I'm excited. Hope you are too. Not sure how I feel about the white background, but let's go ahead and take a look at said white background, and here we go. As you guys can see, not too much has changed. A little bit of a design, cosmetic change, but nothing other than that. We do have Superstar X Factors now, which is something that I'm going to play around with. We're going to see how it goes with our franchise mode. But first things first, we want to go ahead and take a look at the roster. Just a raw roster look here. Oh, this is the... they actually do now a tutorial, so hopefully I can turn that off for my other franchise modes. But you guys can see here, our trade values are... What? Yo, there's no way this trade... Did they rework the trade? Drysdale and Zegras have almost no trade value? I mean, that can't be, right? Hold on, let's go to the Edmonton Oilers. I gotta see McDavid's. Yeah, McDavid's trade... What? Yo, stop it. The Buffalo Sabres, Jack Eichel. Okay, so I guess unless you're a high overall, you have really, really low trade value this year. Like... Yeah, if we sort by potential, McAvoy's got way less value than Pasta, and I have no clue why that would be. Maybe the 1 year left on his contract. That'll be interesting. That's the first thing I'm noticing is how low some of these trade values are. Like Clayton Keller is now low elite. I was going to say, he's one of those guys that, I mean, we could easily go after a guy like Clayton Keller. He's 84, 23, low elite. And you guys can see this. I do really like it just kind of looks super clean now. The white is going to be a little bit brutal. So those of you watching late at night, I'm sorry about that. But there's only so much I can do. It was EA's choice. But you guys can see here, our future is looking okay. We've got some pretty good guys in the future in the pipeline. We've got Jamie Drysdale and Trevor Zegras. So we'll take a look at Jamie Drysdale, our #1 player. Top 6 defenseman, medium elite. His current role is top 6, I should say. He's got medium elite potential, 80 overall, offensive defensive with 86 passing, 85 offensive awareness, 85 defensive awareness, good skater. Actually, not too bad of a shot for a defenseman. You can see he's got pinch cycle as his player preference for his chemistry. Current coach likes balance shoot, so that might be something to look at in the future. Next up, we've got Trevor Zegras. Still no picture, but 82 medium elite, and you guys can see this guy is going to be phenomenal. 85 wrist shot accuracy, so he is definitely going to be more of a playmaker for us. 88 passing, 88 offense awareness as well, but his puck control, his puck skills category is off the charts. Face-offs of a 73, which isn't too bad if you guys are new to franchise mode. Face-offs of 73 is actually not terrible. It's not great. Like usually when you get 80 overall or higher, those are the elite face-off guys. But in the 70s are guys that can definitely take face-offs and win a good clip for you. And then we have the first overall draft pick from this past season, an X Factor in Mason McTavish. He has the total eclipse and no contest superstar abilities. So he has the superstar X Factor abilities. He's got no zone abilities, but he could grow into having a zone ability someday, which is pretty darn sweet. High top 6 though, so he won't be ridiculously high overall, but 71 right now at the age of 18. He's got plenty of room to grow with that high top 6. Looking at him right now, he looks to be a very, very good two-way forward. You guys can see he's a power forward as well, so that is big. Him and Zegras could be very, very good in the future together. I can't believe he's got superstar abilities. That's really, really cool. Anyway, Troy Terry here as well. Another guy to look out for, maybe. Has a little bit of growth left in him. Age 24, 81 overall, medium top 6. looks pretty well-rounded, pretty average across the board. Lundstrom is medium, top 677 at 21. So this is a guy that, as a two-way forward, could slot right into the middle six. Probably the third line, fourth line right now, but in a year or two, this guy's going to be the perfect second, third liner for us. The two-way forward with, really good skating. He's got a better shot than anything else, so he might be a guy that scores some goals for us. He's got 1 year left on his contract, so that might be something we have to take a look at. Maxime Comtois, 84 overall, so I think he's one of our highest overalls, if not our highest overall. So, yeah, he's tied for the second best overall on the team. Taking a look now at the star players, we got Hampus Lindholm, 85 overall, exact top 4D, 27. 28-year-old Ricard Raquel, 85, first line forward, though, so 85 is the first line forward. Interesting. He does have very good stats, so for now, I think, I like the contract too. 1 year left, though. Man, there is a lot of ways we could take this team. Cam Fowler, a guy that I usually pick up in my expansion draft modes. 84 overall at 29, exact top 4. Looks really, really good, actually. So maybe the overalls are tweaked too. Maybe trade values are weird, man. I would like to see them be a lot higher. I mean, like, Zegras for this little pittance here. Let's compare Zegras to a guy like Rasmus Dahlin, right? Rasmus Dahlin's contract, I don't think he's quite in the game yet, unless there was a roster update that I didn't go ahead and grab. But he did get a new contract, 3 years at $6 million, so that could be another factor here. But you guys can see, like, Zegras for Dahlin, I guess it's not too terrible of a trade. Dahlin is the better player, but you can see Dahlin not under contract is not quite as good. I am a Sabres fan, so if you guys are wondering why I keep comparing players to the Sabres, that's why, just because I have the most knowledge about the Buffalo Sabres. Taking a look at our draft picks, we have a first and a second. We don't have a third. We have 2 fifths, though, so that's nice. Next year, we have all of our picks except for the 7th, so that's not a terrible situation here. So that could play a factor into where we decide to go. You guys are going to help me decide where we're going to go here as well. But you guys can see our goalies, Stolars here at 27, and then Gibson at 28 are our goaltenders, but obviously Gibson is the star. I mean, 89 overall with many superstar abilities dialed in, butterfly effect, handled it, and contortionist. He's got, he doesn't have a zone ability, but he's still got those superstar abilities. We have our own X factor there. So a couple of them. And then Lucas Dostal is a very, very promising player, one that I think, could be somebody someday for the Ducks in real life if Gibson, is moved, or by the time Gibson's on the back end of his career. Dostal will probably be good enough to take over there. So 70 overall at 21, medium starter is actually better than you might think, because goalies do tend to jump later in their life cycle here. But Dostal, medium starter, could be good for us someday. So that is the situation we're looking at. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lines. And I got to ask you guys a question. Where do we go with this team? We got Ryan Getzlaf. Do we hang on to Getzlaf? Do we move on from Getzlaf? Do we hang on to guys like Silfverberg, guys like Raquel? Raquel probably is a guy I want to keep around, but I have 2 options for you guys. We can either go all in and go for it early, or kind of tear it down, get rid of Silfverberg, get rid of Getzlaf, try and move Henrique if possible. Adam Henrique, 3 years left at 5.8. He's an 82, so maybe teams would want him, so we might be able to slide him off the book sneakily. Move a guy like Manson, keeping a hold of Lindholm, Fowler, Shattenkirk as well. I mean, it's a very, very good D-core. Jacob Larson, Jamie Drysdale. I mean, I'm totally fine with this defensive core. It's really, really solid to start off with. But should we be going for it? That's option A. Option A is go for it, make some trades, trade maybe our first round pick, maybe trade a prospect or 2, trying to get a number 1 center. I guess we might have him here in Comtois for now, but the option I'm leaning towards is B, selling off our older talent, our older good talent, guys like Silfverberg, Getzlaf, maybe flip them for a little bit of a nice return. We don't have any picks in the 3rd round. Maybe get a pick or 2 for a guy like Shattenkirk for now. The one I'm leaning towards is B. Option B is not necessarily tear it down, but kind of get rid of the dead weight, get rid of guys that aren't going to be here in 3 years. Like, if a guy we think is going to be here in 3 years, we should keep him. Like, Ricard Raquel will probably be here in 3 years. Comtois, well, obviously he's part of the core. Zegras, part of the core. Terry will be here in 3 years, but Getzlaf won't be here in 3 years. Adam Henrique won't be here in 3 years. I doubt Jacob Silfverberg will be here in 3 years. Shattenkirk won't be here in 3 years. Those are the guys I think I'd like to maybe move on from. Now, Gibson, he's got a long shelf life as a goalie. Being 28, he's just at the middle of his prime here, so we should be fine with that. But I think I do kind of want to more so tear it down, get rid of some of the older guys. Now, Getzlaf is a guy that I could keep around here. I'm not opposed to keeping Getzlaf just because of the allegiance to a veteran that's been here forever, right? How long has Getzlaf been a Duck? I mean, Getzlaf has been a Duck his entire career since 05, 06. So we're going up on 16, maybe 17 seasons now, somewhere in that range. Do we keep a hold of him and let him retire a Duck? Let him be the captain and lead the younger generation? So getting rid of guys like Silfverberg and Henrique would be fine, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you want to do there, because I do want this to be an interactive series. You know, what team are you going to do a franchise mode of, and what are you most excited about with this year's franchise mode? As you guys can see, we don't have any X Factor chemistry to contribute. I don't like how green that green is. It's very hard to read for me. It like hurts the eyes to read. So hopefully they change it so it's a little more of a darker green, especially with this bright background. But that's where I'm thinking we're gonna go with this team. I want you guys to let me know what you're thinking. I'm gonna go check for a quick roster update, and I'll check in with you guys in just a second. All right, guys, I am back. There was a roster update. I don't know why they don't just use active roster 1 as the default when you boot up the game, but as you can see, Rasmus Dahlin now has his contract. I don't know if that means anything for us. I took a look and I couldn't see anything too differently. No new prospects, really. Nobody, new or different. Taking a look at the goalies, again, same thing here. There's no updates there. Draft pick wise, still looking at the same draft picks as we had. I should really get off of Buffalo because they literally want everything, because they literally need everything. So I've got injuries off. I've got waivers off. I've got player morale off. If you guys want to see those on and want to see a little bit of a different experience, go ahead and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But I'm going to try and keep injuries as low as possible. It just kind of muddies the waters and makes the videos a lot more tedious and things that you guys don't want to see. Waivers, I don't really see a need to have waivers if you're going to have injuries off, because I'm not going to be calling people up or sending them down. And I don't think morale is very helpful. It really does throw a lot of unpredictability into it. Players randomly being happy, being on the trade block. I do like morale, but at times it's just not the greatest for a franchise mode series on YouTube. But we have a new chemistry because I had to start a new save. So you guys can see here, we no longer have the +1s here. It is going to be a little bit before we can really get our team to have good chemistry. We really don't have a sniper, do we? We don't have a single. I mean, Alexander Volkov, who's not exactly what I'd call phenomenal, but he would get a +1 there on the second line, so that's good. Taking a look at the defense, we now have a +1 with Lindholm and Manson, so that is fine there. Jamie Drysdale is pinch cycle, so I really don't like our coach's schemes. Balance, shoot, balanced, and then balance, shoot. So yeah, it's just I don't think our coach is going to be one that I want to keep around. I don't think he's got good chem styles for what we want. Oh, I'm going to have to watch I don't have to watch the scouting thing because it's not my first franchise mode save. Anyway, take a look at the coaching staff here. Our head coach is currently Preston Hagen, who looks pretty good. He's a generalist, so he's not going to help any one area of the team, but he is balanced. He fits some guys really, really well. The guys we care about are guys like Drysdale, Steele. I haven't even mentioned Steele yet. Terry, Zegras, Comtois. Where's Comtois? So he fits them all okay, but I wouldn't be opposed to finding a new coach after this season. So I'm thinking about tearing it down, sending some of the younger guys up the lineup, sending some of the older guys out, like Henrique and Silfverberg particularly. Defensively, I'm not sure who I want to move on from. Probably a guy like Shattenkirk. Cam Fowler, Josh Manson are very interesting. Cam Fowler's 5 years at $6 million. I think I'd like to send him away because he's got 5 more years. And if somebody wants him, of course. But you guys let me know who should be expendable if we do choose option B, which is to tear it down, go for some draft picks this year, and then go in, a 2-year, 3-year window. Or if the overwhelming majority of you that like this video want to go for it now, I'll see what I can do here. I just don't think we have the assets for that. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments down in the comment section. I love reading your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.